hydro water, baby. Look at that hydrogen being released. Hydro water. Yes, yes, yes. Brewing. Food Train Mike only got a few minutes. Get it while you can. Get it while you can. Food Train Mike's. Yes. Yes. If you can, please give some subs out there. Come on now. You know? Trying to get to that upper level. Trying to get to the upper level. We got the hydro water brew. Yeah, see that? Nice. The hydrogen water. It's definitely good stuff. You gotta look into it, man. The hydrogen water. Some say we pray. What's up, Food Train Mike? Preparing my hydro water. Hope everybody's doing all right out there. There we go. Oh yeah, we get that right in. Get that right in, babies. Yeah, that's good stuff. You gotta look into that hydrogen water. Get a good bottle for like $50. Lasts a while. How are you, man? And if you can, please give a sub. And have a great day yourself, my brother. Thank you for the. Thank you. I do food ASMR, so if you like that, try to make it fun. If you want to give a sub, I appreciate that, Hope everything's been well with you. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Well, we got a few minutes here. But yeah, happy Friday. How we doing, Kingpin? Welcome. And if you haven't, please give a sub. Food Train Mike. I do food ASMR. Just finishing up a little hydro water. It's really good stuff. It's like 30. You get a nice flask for like $50. I think it says hydroxy on it. It's the better one, and it releases. You see how it's like milky color, so it releases the hydrogen in there, and you just drink it. Pretty cool. Yes, hydrogen water. Actually, this is the. See how it's milky? So that's the hydrogen in the water, and this releases the hydrogen. Like I said, anybody out there, if you can, please give a sub. Food Train Mike, we do the food ASMR. I try to make it fun. How we doing? All right, well, let's give a shout out to everybody. Shout out to Dark High Life. Yeah, I got that. Shout out to Jackson. Shout out to Anil. What's that? Anil? Anil Morrible? Okay, sorry. I'm going to crucify that. Hydro Water. What's up, my man? Everybody out there, you can. Shout out. Shout out to Kipton. Shout out to Bane. Shout out to YouTube. YouTube's clips or however. Tiana, shout out. Shout out to everybody who can. Please give a sub. Now it's hydrogen water. You're smart and nice. What strain? Food Train Mike, we do the food ASMR. And if you can, please give a sub. I'd appreciate. Trying to I get my just a little over 5,000. I want to try to get to 5,100 soon. So if you can please do me the justice, I'd appreciate it. We got some hydrogen water. Okay. Well, shout out to James Wilson. Everything Chinese, uh, good veal, Italian, Chinese, American pub food, wings, fries, onion rings, onion soup, clam chowder, clams, like that you dunk in the butter and stuff, steamers, shrimp, fried shrimp, nice shrimp scampi, nice veal or chicken parm, good spaghetti and meatballs, nice cannoli, cappuccino. I love everything, everything, everything. How you doing, my man Joseph? Welcome, shout out. And if you can, please give a sub up too. We drinking that glacier right here, hydrogen water. Yeah, I wouldn't be able to go live on here with you. I don't believe. Getting the pure hydrogen in there, man. I'm feeling buzzed right now. Not gonna lie. I think I feel it more. Normally I pour it and I let it sit. I've never drank it like straight like this. It's a definite different feel drinking it straight up. Without letting it sit. Well, I got a good amount of water. I got two flasks of these in today, and I had another 16 ounces of water. So that's better for me. I'm not big on, you know, 8 ounces a day, 8 cups of 8 ounces a day. I kind of drink when I'm thirsty. Wasn't really that thirsty, but I figured I'd get some good hydration. So, you know. Yeah, it's hydrogen water. So when you press the button and it goes blue, it releases the hydrogen molecules into the water, turns the water cloudy, and then you drink it. I drink tons of Coke Zeros. I love Coke Zeros, Sprite Zero, Mountain Dew, Blast Zero. I love soda. I could drink soda day and night. I love strawberry soda, pineapple soda. I don't drink it anymore because I'm older, like 48. So like I'm worried about, blood sugar and stuff. But dude, when I was fucking 20 years old, I would get strawberry soda. The Fanta, the strawberry, the pineapple. Oh man, Hosmer Mountain. I love soda. Yeah, you gotta look it up. Supposedly, it's good for it's like has antioxidant properties. Supposedly, it's good for like nutrient absorption, mineral absorption, energy, brain fog. There's a whole bunch of stuff on it. So I got into it. This is a cheap flask, but they make a good one that's called Hydroxy. I think you get it on Amazon. It's like $50, and that probably because they run up to like a couple $100. But I'm not gonna spend that much. Oh hell yeah, I miss being 20. I hate being 48. It's a curse, man. I hate being my age, man. I miss it. And I'd eat McDonald's all. It's like it's just my diet was great. Like a pizza, McDonald's. Like I didn't have to worry. Ate candy all the time. That's probably why I'm not messed up, but I've noticed some things that probably were a result of just too much sugar, too much fast food. But we ate good food as a kid, as a family. We went to good restaurants and stuff. But we also had that McDonald's and Burger King and Wendy's, and then like Abdal's was around, and there was a place called the Sizzler, which was like a buffet style, and there were more buffets around like in the '90s. So Yeah, all right. I thought you were younger. Yeah, you could put liquor in hydrogen water if you wanted. Hell yeah. I would just pour it out of there and throw the liquor in and just swig it down. You could do that. But yeah, y'all, if you can, please give a sub. And if you enjoy ASMR, I try to make it fun. I try to make it interesting. I do have gallstones, so I mean, I can't eat. Like if you go down in my videos, like a couple years ago, I was eating some fun meals. So like I got to be more selective now, which kind of makes it tough. You know. Yeah. So I got you there. Food Tray Mike here, baby. And if you can out there, please give a sub. Anybody want to say what's up? Please do. Now enjoy your 30s. Treasure your 30s. Treasure your 30s. Because once you hit 40, you're on that roll. So at 30, all right, so at 30 years old, you're climbing. You're climbing the coaster at 30. Now once you hit 40, you're at the top where they hold you for a minute. And as you get to 42, 43, that's when you start going down. And basically, once you hit 50s and, you're going down. So it's like always remember, enjoy the 30s and try to tighten up the diet. Try to research natural nutrition. I do lemon blends. I take uh, limes and take the skin off, and then I take lemons with the skin and the seeds and everything, throw it in. Sometimes a green apple, clove of garlic. A lot of times I'll cut up a clove of garlic, organic, let it sit 10 minutes because that releases the elanacin more, and then just put it on a spoon and drink it with my. I usually put like lemon juice, the kind you get in a glass that's more processed in the sense that it was heated to make rather than squeezing fresh lime since I try to do the blends, though I haven't been doing them so much, so I got to try to get back into it. But I try to do a lot of stuff like that, take a lot of lysine, different, esterified or liposomal vitamin C's, different things to try to get that immunity all right. But yeah, yeah, enjoy the 30s. Definitely. But yeah, definitely enjoy it. Because the 30s, I mean, that's really like where you're at. It's like you're 30, you still have 10 years to 40, 20 years to 50. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, just treasure the 30s. And like I said, try to, be more conscious of your sugars, your crap carbs, your processed foods, your fast foods, stuff like that. Like, don't be crazy with it because you don't need to be at 30 unless you have some health issues or something. But I mean, if you're a healthy guy, or you work out or whatever, like, you don't need to worry about it. But I mean, just be more conscious and try to limit it a bit. So if you're eating like me in my early 40s and late 30s, if you're eating like a theater box of lemon heads a day, maybe cut it down to like 2 days a week or 3 days a week. You know what I mean? Just little things like that, just to just to kind of keep the system not so influxed. I mean, if you're into that, because I'm a junk food addict. I love candy. I love cookies. I love chips. I love pastries. So I mean, I got to be careful. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, no, I know how that goes. So, yeah, time's going to fly by, and make sure you get her on a good eating health, you know, the good eating regimen too. And I also say a lot of times what you can do now, a definite year, um, yeah, definite year. As long as if she's eating, depending on what she eats. But remember, there's also blends you can make too. So I mean, unless she's still breastfeeding, but if she's on like formula, or if you're starting her with food, like some types of fruits or berries or stuff like that, remember you can always do nice blends for her where you put some type of, I wouldn't say fruit juice, but some type of milk if she drinks milk. Um, Actually, she's got to be off the formula and all that. I can't remember. I believe at one they're on food, right? Or breast milk, or if not, there's they're pretty much eating different types of foods and stuff. I believe, stuff you can mash up and whatnot. Definitely. So what I would recommend, I just do a lot of research, my man. How you doing, Dark Life? So I would look into like get make sure it's organic, or like the Wyman's wild blueberries is like really good. And you take some of those blueberries, you take some nice organic strawberries, a banana, I mean if she can eat that, you know what I mean? And I believe it was a she, or if it was a son, forgive me. But as long as your child can eat that, you can blend it up nice. You could even put like I used to with my daughter. I would put a couple things of organic broccoli that were frozen, and I'd blend that up in there too. But I started small with it because I didn't know if it upset her stomach or not. You gotta be careful. But I mean, I would just think about, and they're drinking it. And there's also you can get vitamin D drops, vitamin D3, which I would also recommend. I did with my daughter. And you can get it in a dropper form if they still make it. You have to check Amazon. And how we doing, Eric? And you put it on the spoon, put it on some yogurt, and give it to her. Now she's got some liquid vitamin D3, which is great because she's going to absorb that. She's brand new. She's not tainted by all this processed crap food. So now you're giving her great nutrition, even if she's taking breast milk. Try to get some of that Look up that vitamin D3 for infants. It's something that they need, something that they need. You know, and do 400 IU's every day, or 400. I believe that's what I don't know if I do it every day. I would ask the doctor, and if the doctor said no, definitely don't believe that. I'm not a doctor, but I can tell you through experience, don't believe that. And you would administer the D, in my opinion, like for a baby that small, maybe one drop a week. I mean, I actually did it for my daughter. I was doing it every day. You know, she had a heart murmur, and it was big, and it would have been open heart surgery 8 years old. And I researched, and I said, okay, plant-based diet. That's what strengthens the heart. That's what I read, and that's what I did. And I was poor as fuck. I was on state assistance, poor, the whole nine. And she had Earth's Best baby food. She had organic vegetables. She had, the rice milk. She had all that. I quit smoking weed. I quit everything so I could afford that for her. I quit smoking weed. You see how much weed I smoke? I smoke more then than I do now. I was more addicted then than I am now. And I had no choice. Because what's it going to be? Well, I'm going to let my daughter get sick? and have open heart surgery, they would have to crack her plate. So at the time, there was a healer too. He was a Chinese guy, and they had a healing class. So I brought her there. He gave me these heart herbs. I would put it in the bassinet. She'd start coughing. My daughter's mother freaked. I'm like, nah, we're gonna put it higher, and we're gonna do it for a few minutes, and we're gonna stop. And finally, it got to a point where she could wear two of them right on her person while she slept. So I had that on her. I had her on the all fruit, beans, the blends I'm telling you about, the vitamin D, the organic yogurt. Then she developed eczema. Doctor said, doctor said, cut the dairy, cut the eggs. I said, because I watched the process, the eczema was actually flared. So it didn't happen all the time. It would flare, it would go away, and it would flare, but it would depend how much of the yogurt and eggs she was eating. So I said, this is what you're going to do. I said, you're not going to cut nothing because then she's going to grow up and she's not going to be able to eat any of that. I said, what we're going to do is I said, we're going to give her some eggs and some yogurt. And when she flares, we're going to stop. And then we're going to wait. And then we're going to do it again. And then we're going to wait and we're going to do it again. And eventually now, she can eat everything. And the eczema actually got better by doing that. And at the same time, when they said stop the eggs, they wanted to give her a flu vaccination that was fermented in egg. And I would not let my daughter get any flu or any COVID vaccination. Nah. So, I've just done a lot of research. I had to. And thankfully, I don't know if it was from the grace of God or from what I had done, but it closed. And she's good. It closed. And then I said to my daughter's mother, let her eat whatever the hell she wants now. Let her have your mom's, they're Hispanic, let her have it all. Let her have her time now. Now it's time. I was scared, man. I don't want to see that. I don't want to go through seeing my daughter having her chest cracked open at 8 or 9, 10 years old even. You know how traumatic that is? So I did everything in my possibility. I quit smoking. And I spent all my money on her, basically, man. Between the diapers and between all the other stuff that was going on, I'm like, nah, all right, well, this is what I'm going to do. And, yeah, we worked it out. I didn't have to quit for that long. It was just a few months, a few months. But I did what I had to do for the time that I had to do it in order for the process to be fixed. Or in order for the process to be able to keep going, to be able to try to fix it. So if that means I had to stop smoking for a year, well, it had to be a year. Because if I couldn't afford what I'm doing, so that's basically the way I did it. And, it's my daughter. I'm sure as hell not gonna be a self-righteous son of a bitch and be like, I gotta smoke my fucking weed while my daughter's fucking dying. Not dying, but in predicament of having an open heart surgery. Some parents might be like, it's no big deal, whatever, it's a surgery. And not me. You know what I'm saying? If I can prevent that and I can fix that and I can help fix that and do everything in my power. And like I said, I had no money, I had no car. Didn't have a car for like 3 or 4 years when she was born. Had to rely on rides. I took her in a stroller all the time. We jogged. We had fun. There was a steep hill, and I remember I would like hold the stroller, and then I would like let it go, and she would go, and she'd start laughing. It was so cute, and I grab it again, and this fucking hill was steep, man. I got mad one time because I got into a personal training and I got a diet and I couldn't figure it out. So I was in the middle of a routine and I punched the door like an idiot, broke my knuckle, got a boxer's fracture, tried to do the pull-up still, couldn't do it. And, I remember, I couldn't work out. So I remember I would just jog with my daughter like all through the town we were in. We would go through, like we would just loop, like we'd be out there over an hour. And I'd be jogging in the stroller and like picking up the stroller a little bit and she'd be laughing. And we'd go to the corner store and I'd let her get, you know, the ring pops that she loved, and yeah, man, I miss that shit. Fucking do. Cause it sucks because it's like I struggled, man, with it. You know, I didn't have money. I didn't have as much. I don't have much money now, but I have more than I did then. So it's like it was tough for me because it's like when I look back at it now, I'm like, damn, man, if I had what I had now, we could have done so much more. And I ended up did getting a different type of job, and things got better. And towards the end, you know, we were doing. I take her to Outback a lot. She loved the Outback. You know, we'd find different pizza restaurants. You know, different places that were new. You know, and just get just have a good time. So I mean, but I just wish I had done a little bit more, you know, because I did have a heavy marijuana addiction, and there were a lot of times I spent time in a room and I didn't go, you know, to the park, and I didn't go do stuff with, you know, like her mom, and we're not together, like her mom and her mom's mom and stuff like that that I probably should have been a part of. So it's like when I think about it now, and now that she's older and kind of, you know, I don't really see her much. It's like, damn, man. It's like, you probably should have done a little bit more. You know, I did the best that I could, though. I mean, I stayed, and I provided. I paid the rent. I paid this. I paid everything pretty much. I mean, I would say everything, but I paid a good 70, 80%, 90 at times. You know, I work. Now, I'm talking, this is years ago, man, when I didn't work. This is years ago when I was struggling, is what I'm talking about, my dude. I'm talking about my daughter and how I quit smoking weed and did a bunch of stuff to be able to provide a diet that is middle class for somebody that was beneath lower class. So that's what I'm saying, man. So, bro, get a job. I got a job. But what I'm saying is when I didn't have a job, I did more than I'm doing now when I have a job. I saved a life, my brother, through self sacrifice. I got addictive personality. A lot of people I see come in to where I work. I work at a food pantry. I'm assistant manager there. And I see a lot of people come in with their kids stinking like weed. And they're coming in a food pantry. Why don't you take that weed money and go get your kids some healthy food at the fucking food store? That's what I would do. But my daughter's older now, so I don't have to worry about that. She's got a boyfriend, you know, provides for herself. So, you know, I don't know if you came in late, but if you didn't hear my spiel, that bro get a job, throw that out the fucking door, my friend. Can't put one over on Food Trade, Mike. No one can't. No one can. I've been around too long, my brother. Been bullied too much, my brother. I know life too much, my brother. How we doing, Abigail? Welcome. How we doing, X Freeze? Welcome. And if you can, anybody out there, if you can, please give some subs. Would appreciate it. I do got to go in a few minutes. This was just meant to be a quick live, but I definitely do have to get going. I'm just enjoying talking right now. But yeah, I definitely do have to get going. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. If you can, you know, if you can, give a sub. I do food ASMR. And like I said, I try to make it fun. Try to make it interesting. Try to make it fun. You know, so yeah, thank you all so much. I'll be on later. I should be on later. But yeah, like I said, if you give a sub and watch my vids. Hey, Parther, Ethan, what's up? I do have to go. I gotta head out, get some errands. Actually, I'm going to visit my parents tonight. I don't have errands. That's tomorrow. Going to visit my parents. Told them I'm going to be there by 4. It's already 3:08. So I'll see you guys soon. And Ethan, I'll be on later tonight probably. Probably around 9 or 10. I'm thinking. Time I get back home and stuff. I'm thinking I'll be on tonight. So anybody out there, if you can, please give a sub. Watch the videos. Like I always say, if you don't like it, just while you're taking a shit or taking a shower. Just play the video. When you're done, end the video. It's a win-win. I thank you all. Food Trend Mike will be back, baby.